Welcome back, guys, to Metaphor Refantazio, our last episode. After evaluating a massive trip of quests to do in the future, we decided to prioritize our largest source of royal virtue gains first, debates. So we spent the next 2 afternoons bonding, first with Bardon to reach his rank 2 as he became governor of Martira, and secondly with Strohl as he found a lead towards his inheritance in his destroyed home, giving us a quest to track down as we spent the night debating Jin and Glodell. We now wonder what the 25th will bring.
Somehow.
Word is a great number of the city's soldiers have been injured. 'Twould seem they had a run-in with a human. The group that was attacked was comprised mainly of new recruits out on a training exercise. Many of their injuries are quite grave, I'm afraid. How horrible. Is there nothing we could do to help?
That reminds me.
We've already taken on a related request, haven't we? Let's go gather those medicinal ingredients so they can treat the injured. Yeah, it's raining.
Did you know?
Day after tomorrow's Forgiveness Day, where stores throughout the city have the biggest sales of the year. I can't wait. Ooh. Well, let's check to see if there's someone in Debate Square, because we don't really want to be doing an infiltration on a rainy day. That will surely just make things harder. Especially with a certain amount of turns, supposedly, part of the thing. When to?
Right then.
I really hope there's a debate there.
What is it?
Like, I'm praying there's a debate.
Say there.
Blast this heat.
Oh no, there's no debate. No!
Now what?
I hear people conversing all around me.
That will be
I
quite
never would have predicted an execution would occur at the exhibition, and the Sanctus Church producing such a criminal is rather troubling. I say, chaps, awfully violent Sanctifex Foreign to execute her on the spot, eh? What? As if he were intending to distract us from a scandal of his own.
Stop that at once.
What disrespect? Did you not hear Joanna's confession of her heinous crimes from her own mouth? To such a disgrace to our state religion, Sanctifex Foreign's decision was naught but justice meted out. That elder candidate, because say I'm impressed, heading right for a city and revealing the truth of its crimes. I don't know too much about him, but he seems like a sound fella. Might throw my line with him. Incidentally, what's Luis doing these days? That huge runner of his remains docked in the harbour, but he's been oddly quiet himself. Can't imagine he's doing it for his man Glodell's sake. Luis doing so little to stand out just makes me even more suspicious.
Look at that.
Tensions seem high. What am I to do is the real question. Bardon's going up again, if I wanted to. Uh-oh, what am I doing? So I have an option to wait for more weather, better weather.
Say there.
Where was the weather person?
What now?
Or not? It's an event, the Forgiveness Day there, another big bargain day. I think the weather person was in this section. I mean, I have enough stuff that I could do stuff. Like, I could do Bardon and then Brigitta at night. Or Heisme. And that would be pretty nice for us.
You there.
2 days of advance.
Fate speaks.
Or I can go in on a rainy day like this.
Let's see.
Why do you want to check the weather?
Here's where we are.
Maybe there's
now.
no debates tomorrow and it's fine. It's fine for the next 2 days.
I can see it.
So I guess take the rainy day off. Even though it was the first day where we didn't have a stupid debate. And spend time with our dues. So. Bardon then? Because that will get us to, if I'm right in saying, Commander's lineage gets 2 inheritance slots, which will be really useful for Strohl in the dungeon. That's for certain. There's something I wish to speak with him about. Off we go.
Many thanks.
Ah, Will, I see you've come back to check on our town. Thank you kindly. You've inspired us to work hard day and night. I just now was going over a proposal that Bardon spent until the wee hours on. Oh, I wish the man would try sleeping. He's got a real talent for going overboard, you see. Keeps me on my toes, that one.
I'm just incredulous.
I say, there's going to be quite a few people of here. But from the captain about Joanna, and well, all of it. Ever since that baby was lost, I knew that something was wrong. But I pretended like I didn't notice. Her sins are her own, but I've got to bear the consequences of my cowardice. We appreciate your help putting an end to the abductions. The guard will handle the rest. A lot happened here. Keep it on lockdown for the good of the townsfolk. Don't want anyone else getting too curious. Brutal thing what happened here, but I appreciate what you lot have done. All I can say. You have this as a token of my thanks. Thank you very much for the matter break camera.
I'm just incredulous.
It does seem like it's set up for us to beat these things with a certain timer when we go into the infiltration via weaknesses. So not having weaknesses. If that's how it works, I don't know. I can't remember anymore. If I don't try it out, I wouldn't know in the first place. Still, Bardon. Oh, you're here. Glad you're well. Ah, this man here is my aid of sorts. He's accompanying me. See, I've been enlisting all the help I can get, as long as it's not Morris.
Thank you.
I spent some time with you. What did you say, by the way? I just finished my round of the town, actually, if you've time to spare. Could we talk? Yeah, of course. I've got so much to tell you, which is only natural when there are so many bothers about the place.
My apologies.
Ah, make yourself comfortable. Let's see, I've asked for some refreshments, but that'll take some time. It's a bit heaving at the moment. This place is the city's government administrator's office, but it's a bit too luxurious for the likes of me, isn't it? I'm not used to that. Alright, sorry for all the noise outside. We're trying out some things to build and strengthen town security, you see.
Don't you worry.
That whole mess with Lady Joanna was a right nightmare. I won't chance the faintest whiff of that kind of thing happening again. Yeah, I support you.
Yeah.
I wish you all the success in that.
Thank you.
Thank you. I don't aim on letting tragedy repeat itself.
And then?
Too many good folk here lost loved ones. We gotta straighten this place out. Make it peaceful so people can smile and laugh easy again.
Got to say
Now that I'm governor, it falls to me to take care of anyone who's disturbing that peace. But I'm sorry now. Didn't mean to start rambling about all these serious matters. What kind of host lays his burns on his guest? I'll have some real eats whipped up for you. No, no, no! We must fill your belly and celebrate the newly secured town. No, 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 no. Don't do it to me. Don't do it to me.
Don't worry your head.
Thanks to you, all the wee ends are playing outside again, blessing us all with those bonny voices of theirs. I never took a line to being called governor, and I still don't. The only thing I care about is protecting those wee ends and all this town's people. Then that's good. The job suits you.
I see.
Well, you seem to fill the governor's clogs just fine. You could be well right about that one.
It was so long ago.
And you know something? I once had a wife and child myself. It was back when monsters were tearing up my tier from top to bottom. Town was in shambles. Hunting team was formed to destroy the monsters' nests. The mission was a lone one, and what was I supposed to do? Just go home? I was captain, for goodness sake. So I stayed, and when I finally came home, no one was there. My family, I guess they got sick of waiting for me. They just left. I never knew just how cold the house could be until they were gone. And then came the incident with Lady Joanna, and so many weans started going missing. I didn't know what to do. I was useless. First I'd lost my own child. Then I couldn't protect any of the others. Wish I could be the one to disappear instead of them. I mean, you 100% aren't to blame. But I feel like saying I understand. Oh, no, you aren't to blame, man.
Listen.
It wasn't your responsibility to protect every single child.
Oh, no.
Oh no, it was. I was the bloody captain of the Guard Corps.
Leave it in my hands.
I won't let the weans ever live in fear again. It's my oath as governor. I consider us comrades, you know. Seeing as you're aiming for the throne, we both strive for a better world. I can't keep the truth from Bardon when he shows such a sincere trust in me. But equally, I didn't mean to say what I said. I explained to him that I entered not to take the throne, but to raise someone else who could forge a better future for our country.
What?
What? First a scheme of Heisman, now this? You play a long game, the lot of you. Well, thank you. You could have easily stayed silent about it. That you've confided in me because you trust me, yes?
That's how it is.
And I shall do the same. I'll support you and any who envisions the same future as you do. I can feel Bardon's resolve as a governor and his deep faith in me.
He
The Honourable Guardsman Bardon, keeper and inheritor of the commander's virtues. Through thy shared bond, a new heroic embodiment slumbering within thee has come to blossom.
A new power.
Bear this new power, foster this connection. By their strength, fulfill thy destiny.
I shall lay down
Right,
my
we've
very
unlocked
life for
the general, so we can really target it now for Morse quest. More skills can now be inherited by the commander lineage in Academia due to the effects of sound skill. Well, I'll tell you, the children find me right frightening. They get scared if I say hello. Just the other day I smiled at a proper newborn who started crying like he was on fire. And I think one of my governor's duties is to be well friendly with the townsfolk. But you needn't worry, I'll protect the town you worked so hard to save.
That's that.
It was a nice thing to talk about the town with you today. I hope we can do it again, and I pray for your safety. Damn that Bardon. It's disgusting watching him play hero. He's a bloody Rosaine. Fit for guarding the town and naught else. Someone like him, governor, is beyond the pale. It should have been me continuing to guide us as the rightful leader. Yet somehow the masses are cheering for Bardon.
Aye.
But I have a plan to deal with it. Let us discuss the details inside. Ooh. I decided to return to the group as intrigue begins. When will we do that next is the question. Right, we're back to Brawlhaven. I'm still gonna go over to the merchant's thing just in case someone appears at night.
Let's head there right away.
Let's see what we've got here. So Heismay can't be. So it's Brigitta that is, and not Heismay. There's something going on with Heismay that means that we can't do it yet. Is it a case that we have to talk with Heismay on the road? Right, no one's there.
All right then.
Right, we're going to end up speaking with Brigitta, but before that, we'll go to Heismay and see what's up.
Truth is,
I imagine it'll just be a speech bubble and it'll be the same as what Hulkenberg said. Indeed, there's something I wish to speak with you about, but a conclusion still eludes my grasp. I shall gather my thoughts before we set out on our next voyage. Come speak to me then. So we've got 2 next levels of bonds to do as we travel. It's kind of cool. Though it does mean we're going to spend less time gaining royal virtues on the trip. That's for certain. Looks like my knights are pretty empty now. So Brigitta, we're coming to you. We've got enough courage now. Your dog is lost. I was about to say it's an interesting group over there, but it was actually not someone in a leopard print thing. It was this guy. Gordon and Louis both. I can assure you, neither of them give a damn about us rank and file soldiers. From a lovely guard's perspective, it doesn't matter which one is king. We're all expendable to them. I suppose that's just how this job goes. And I wish we could get a king that actually gave a damn about his soldiers.
How did I wind up here?
Fordham posters are going up, are they? People everywhere. Ah, stop talking to people. We're good.
Just you.
Ah, so it's you. You seem unscathed.
But
Don't you get it? I told you, you don't have to go. But if you really want, if you insist on joining me on the road to hell, then there is a place I'd like to go. With overflowing courage, I promised Brigitta I would face her burdens with her. Brigitta.
you.
Will you go to such a lengths for me? Then will you come with me? No problem. Come this way.
The truth is,
The ones who took my dog, the anti-igniter extremists, the church has discovered their base. Okay then, what is the church doing?
What?
What's the church's part in all of this?
so reductive.
Do you not know the connection between the church and igniters? They make it so that we get along in the depths of this filth. Apparently this faction's based in a small village, fairly close to Grand Trad. I'm going to go there and eradicate all of them. I will kill every last one of those extremists. No survivors. And once they get to hell, they can look my dog in the eyes and beg her forgiveness. I'll string their corpses up. 3 days and 3 nights exposed to the elements. Long enough for everyone to see what happens if you cross me.
You get it.
And I'd like you to help me punish them. In exchange, I'll support you however I can from here on. Please think this through. Brigitta, I want you to think this through. You talk big, don't you? You have no desire to be king, yet you parade around as a candidate. You're little more than a fraud. Brigitta's suspicious of me. I need to tell her the truth or she'll never fully trust me. Wow, okay, I spilled it that easily. I explained to her that I entered not to take the throne, but to raise someone else who could forge a better future for our country. Did you expect me to believe in that nonsense? For you to speak such words at this point would mean your goal of seizing the throne is no lie at least.
As it is.
Fine, if that's how it must be, then I will spare no expense to see you fall. The throne ill suits a wretch who can look past the butchery of a dog. You would slaughter a village. That's something a king might have to do. Yeah, you would slaughter a village.
Hang on.
Slaughtering a village. It'll be a lot of blood on your hands.
What are you after?
And what do you get with clean hands? The equality you prize so highly? I'll tell you what it means to me. Equality means that those who kill will be killed. I don't think I'm bonding with Brigitta here. I don't want to lose anything else I care about. I do understand how you feel, though. I understand how you feel. What do you truly understand? You have no idea how much comfort she brought me. And they ripped that away from me. And you say I should just allow it? I didn't say that. Fine, I'll not do something so unsightly in front of you.
In any case.
I'm going to their base, but I won't kill them right away. I'll find out who did this. We'll try to negotiate clearly and openly, and if that doesn't work, then I'll murder them, and we can move on. That's the most I can promise you. We'll take my gauntlet runner. Dangers of the night be damned. If we break down, so be
Obviously.
it. You come as well and see for yourself. If you're going to try and drag me into the light, then you deserve to see what happens. Is that right now? She let me onto the runner she lives in, and we went to their base. Brigitta stays silent for the whole trip. We arrived at a small settlement located close to Grand Trad.
Huh?
Is this the place?
You there.
Hey, you there. I am Brigitta. I'm the scoundrel selling magic igniters all across the land. Oh, the igniter merchants again. Our village really doesn't have the money to buy any. I'm sorry to keep turning you away, but...
Wait.
What are you talking about? Oh, aren't you one of the church's dealers? They keep trying to sell us on igniters, but I keep refusing them. The church has been here several times. They've never reported that to me.
Out with it.
So if I said that merchants of igniters should face the wrath of God, you wouldn't agree? Oh no, we don't have anything to do with igniters at all. Not something that ever really comes up here.
Really?
Hey miss, you sell magic igniters?
How nice!
Wow, brilliant. Papa, I want an igniter.
Enough.
I see. Say no more. This is no hideout. They know nothing. It's not something you can hide in a village such as this. I've been getting detailed reports on the anti-igniter group's movements from the church, but now I'm not certain such a force even exists. If it was all a lie, then what does the church get out of it? To harass you? Seems like it is. Maybe it's you they're targeting, Brigitta. Brigitta!
In any case.
Anyways, I take it back. There'll be no killing today. If you hadn't stopped me, I'd probably have ordered my private army to burn this place to the ground. I'm glad you were here with me. I can sense Brigitta's deep gratitude. Alright, rank 5 gets us discount at weapons, armors, and igniter shops. Would have been better before we spent all the stuff, wouldn't it? My 200k.
But
my dog was taken from me, and I'll chase the scum to the ends of the earth.
nonetheless.
This is my job, not yours, so our business together is concluded. I'd like to visit you.
No.
Still, I'll come visit you, Brigitta. What are you saying? What could you possibly gain from hanging around me? Well then, fine. Since it's you.
Speaking of,
You mentioned earlier of your true aims for the throne. I thought it a clumsy lie, but it does bring to mind a certain someone for me. After a king is crowned, it would be nigh impossible to put another on the throne. However, if my suspicions are correct, none could deny the claim.
that's why.
If you are willing to throw yourself into battle for that cause, then I shall support you all the same.
Yes.
If you'd like to come, then come. When I'm around you, much to my surprise, I find that even I still have a beating heart. So come if you wish. I returned to Grand Trad in Brigitta's Gauntlet Runner and headed back to the inn. So I did.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Is today the day? It's not raining.
That means...
That's interesting. I've just been kicked straight out. I was like, where am I?
Well met, eh?
People mumbling there are people we've already spoke to before, aren't they? Right, who cares about royal virtues, right? Oh, look, it's this guy. If you pledge your support for Jin, then you too could... Oh, a candidate. And not only that, but the elder on everyone's lips. Have you come to impede my campaign? What's with the change in attitude?
No.
Earning the support I need is all that matters. What reason do I have to flatter a rival? Sheesh, what an obnoxious toad. What's the world coming to if a scuzzbucket like him could be a notable candidate? Let's go check the place we always check.
Right then.
What is it?
All right.
What is what? Right, well, there's always the marker there for eloquence, right?
See there.
Blast this heat.
Oh, blimmin' hell, there's another candidate! Just doesn't stop. It just doesn't stop. Alright, well,
How did I
let's get our daytime stuff going then again. So who are we spending time with this time? This young man would really like to go do the infiltration.
Blast this heat.
See there.
Really, really would. Right, on our list today, we have Strohl. Oh, that Strohl had a quest. It's Maria or Strohl. Those are the only two we can deal with at this point in time. Maria's already at 5. Strohl is at 5 as well. We can get him to 6, which would increase the warrior lineage's slots up. Is that better than getting you to 6? Probably not. Sion's merit exists. Which increases healer lineage, and then we can get to 7. There might be a roadblock to 7, you never know. I mean, it's a quest. Requires us to be in Grand Trad for it. Increases tolerance. Hey, if it increases thingy as well, we should probably do that quest, and it might not actually be anything that takes time. I should have done that straight away.
Where to?
To be totally honest with you, why haven't I?
Let's go.
That's the right place.
Come to think of it,
Joel's searching for a fishmonger, right? I bet they'd be around here. Yep.
No.
When is that special day that all the shops keep mentioning?
all right.
We've got to make sure there are no surprises at the soiree, or at least relatively few. So ask me anything you want to know. I don't actually need to ask you anything. I was just passing on through.
Can see it in Louise.
Alright, you still sell your smoothing sweet buns. We've got a few. Alright, a fishmonger in this place. Ah, did you hear of the blunder one of Luis's followers, Glodell, made? It was at the exhibition, tantamount to witnessing Luis's own failing. And if you were to compare him to the necromancer at the cathedral before, he just seems far from being Luis's trusted confidant. More like a lackey who's still being observed. What are you trying to say? And why do I feel that you always seem to take Luis's side? I'm merely observing the situation. The state religion may be what it is, but were we to suffer any further error... Why does one find a fishmonger? What do you want? You're not one of my clients and I only do business via referral. He doesn't strike me as a fishmonger. Strohl's probably looking for someone else.
This is a joy.
People seem pretty excited about the exhibition, though it doesn't seem it's changed the rankings of the King's Rock all that much. Yeah, I'm hoping things turn around soon. The last king was so desperate to set us all up. If it ended up coming down to just Louis and Bardon, I'd feel quite sorry for the men. I'm amazed that there hasn't been anyone to speak to here. But I imagine either I didn't check early on, and that would be my bad, or that you can only speak to people when they're in town, of course. Which, of course, everyone's now over in Brawlhaven. At the exhibition of the Brave, Sanctifex Forden's achievement was truly unparalleled. What achievement was that? All I heard was that some Sanctress was executed. Why is that the only thing people know? Now listen up and listen well. Let me tell you all about the bounty that Sanctifex Forden hunted.
Fool.
Louis didn't bomb the exhibition. Huh. Wouldn't the Colosseum be more worth attacking than the cathedral? Whoops, you heard nothing, boy. You're not our guy.
Now what am I to do?
So we speaking to directly then?
Oh there.
The herb seller's not going to be it.
Until we meet it.
Hey,
Hey, can I ask you a quick question? We're looking for a fishmonger here in Grand Trad. Well, fish come at a premium in Grand Trad, but if they're anywhere, they're here in the market. Maybe make another round. So it's going to be someone specific to speak to. Oh, I knew they wouldn't sell raw fish here. Oh, the horror. The people walking about will look like monsters. Calm down, it's all in your mind. It's not like we have man-eating monsters like they do in Martira. Huh?
Well met, eh?
That person? I think it's that person.
Welcome.
Fresh fish, get your fresh fish. I've got bargains. That reminds me, I had business with a fishmonger. I should talk to him. Fresh fish, you say? That's exactly what I'm looking for.
Welcome.
Welcome, welcome, one and all. If it's swam in the rivers or seas, I've got it here, and it's all as fresh as the ocean breeze. Apparently, Strohl's father frequented the fish market. I know he was a doting parent, but would a count really do his own shopping? The Count of Alia? And just how do you know such a great man? You're acquainted with his son? Really now? I hate to break it to you, lad, but you're an Eldan. Clemar nobles aren't really known for befriending your kind. Do you have something of his? What are you playing at? If there's some manner of con, I'll make it known far and wide, especially if it concerns the Count of Alia. Saved my skin once when some pain-in-the-ass nobles started making accusations about my produce. Did his son really like fish? I'm confused about what I'm saying here. My father like son is actually the right answer, really. Blimey, you really do know him, don't you? There we go. Well then, I know another merchant you should speak to. He did a fair amount of business with the Count. That day he said he had an appointment to meet this merchant in front of Regalift Grand Cathedral. Odd that he brought the fish first, eh? Ah.
What'll I do?
So it is this dude.
And what do you want?
What do you want? You are not one of my clients and I only do business via referral. Strohl's father went to meet a merchant in front of Regalift Grand Cathedral. Could this be him?
So foolish.
Indeed, I was acquainted with the late Count of Alia. Oh, is that so? You say you know his son, do you? The Count was a truly honourable, upstanding man. I doubt any son of his would associate with riffraff like you. The merchant is still suspicious of me. Oh, shoot, I need imagination. What should I say next? Well, I've got enough. Did his fish stink? Thanks to my overwhelming imagination, I was able to choose words to convince the merchant I have no ill intent. How interesting. Yes, they did indeed stink. The Count would often buy fish himself and then show up to our meetings with them in hand. Amusing as it was, I worried about how he would keep them fresh. Ah, that's just some memories. The Count of Alia that I remember was a magnanimous man. He was generally kind to all he met.
Our business is done.
Perhaps I should learn from his example. Very well, tell me your story and I will listen. I see, you must forgive my suspicion. You truly are a friend of his son, aren't you? I do apologize, but surely you understand my caution. Word of his lost inheritance has spread, and con men have tried every trick in the book to claim it. I have indeed been entrusted with the inheritance always meant for the Count's son. Please give him that message. The rest are details I'd prefer to share with him directly. Please bring him with you when you're able. I found the person who was entrusted with the Count's inheritance. I should let Strohl know immediately. Okay, so that's not quest complete. Oh, I got to report it to him. Okay, cool. Looks like it's not taking my time. Or it is taking my time. Because now this has started going bloop, 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 bloop.
I'm sorry.
I rely on him too much. I'm just... Hey, buddy. Oh, yeah, we would be in Grand Tread, wouldn't we?
Hey,
Hello, what's your plan for today? I get restless too, but I suppose it's important to love steam, huh? The merchant the Strohl's father entrusted with his inheritance mentioned he wanted to talk to us. Perhaps I should go talk to him with Strohl.
what do you think?
Any luck finding leads on the inheritance matter? I found the man holding it for you.
Huh?
Have you? You must take me to him so we can talk. It's nice to finally meet you. Well, we have met, but you were just a babe in your mother's arms. Funny how much you've come to resemble them both. Your father and I did charity work, providing aid to the downtrodden. It was hardly lucrative, but I was quite taken by his charisma. Did charity work in the capital. I hardly knew his business here, to be honest. My connection to your father is ultimately what led him to entrust your family fortune to my guardianship. I'm pleased to finally put it in your rightful hands.
No.
I don't mean to pry, but have you decided what you would do with it?
That is...
I had thought to use it to rebuild our house, but to hear my father use his fortune to help people, I admit I'm having second thoughts. The refugees of Halia are struggling to survive without permanent housing, and knowing this, I would put these funds to the needs of my house. It would take tremendous time and money to restore our territory. I wouldn't be able to tend to their hardships for many seasons to come. You're truly a Strohl lad, right down to your father's strength of character. If I might be so bold, allow me to present you with an option. It would work lustily. You purchase a parcel of land from your pick of the gentry. Many are in desperate need of coin and would easily part with estates they cannot sustain. You could then offer this land to your people to build upon. Would that not give them solace?
true.
I see the wisdom in it, but I can't imagine finding such an ideal expanse in such short order. If it's the negotiations you're concerned about, this is where I come in.
Quite.
Perhaps you've heard the name of Lord Hydron, best known for his piety. He is well versed in such matters. You have anyone else? I'll go Lord Hydron. Sorry, did you say Lord Hydron? Ah, so you do know him. Well, I can appreciate why you'd recoil from him. But for such an occasion as this, he would be a potent ally. I dare say he would be precisely the savior you'd need to realize your ideals.
My ideals.
You say?
Yes.
I apologize, I'm just caught off guard by how quickly these tides change. I gladly accept your generous offer to aid me in negotiations. Hope is only a step behind a clear conscience.
No.
Words I'd hear my mother and father say often. They practically bludgeon me with it. Wise words to live by, then. They instilled you with wise words.
Yeah.
Only now do I see that. Back then, I couldn't appreciate it. If I can procure new land, all those people could return to some semblance of the lives they were forced to abandon. They could go back to a time of peace before the human attacked.
Just...
And you have no small role to play here. You know that, don't you? If treachery claims the throne, this whole country will fall to ruin. I have no hope of saving the people of Halia, let alone realizing my ideals.
Hey.
In other words, the future of many depends on our fight. Our hopes lie with you, Captain. I can sense Strohl's deep-seated trust and newfound resolve. I'm really progressing, Bonds.
Whatever burdens you carry, I'll carry them.
Alright, we've got the science merit and the battle hypnosis. While in reserve, Strohl will gain experience at the normal rate, meaning that Strohl would be the first one out, sadly, if we got another party member anytime soon. Because, of course, he has no penalty for being out versus other party members.
Thank you.
I owe you my thanks for discovering the man safeguarding the inheritance. It was surely no easy feat to find him.
You're a lifesaver.
Increased tolerance by how much?
Now then.
Right, tolerance is free. So now it's only wisdom.
Tolerance.
Tolerance. If thou aspire to true sovereignty, take up a mantle of benevolence which shall spur thee to aid thy people. We're generous.
Why, that's...
The conqueror needs that precious kindling with which a follower's passions may be inflamed.
That reminds me.
If you don't mind my asking, did you hear anything else about my father in the search? I mean, he loved his son. Only that he loved his son to the ends of the world.
Huh.
Oh, come off it. Gonna be over the top with that one. But my father in the same position I am now. I wonder what he would do. I returned to the others with Strohl, who was still deep in thought. I think that was not the good answer at the end there, but whatever.